Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland is a vibrant multicultural region home to a range of proud sports teams, legendary players and history-making moments. One of the most diverse cities in the world, home to more than 200 different ethnic groups and home to rugby league in New Zealand. Kia ora and welcome to Mount Smart Stadium for your Sunday Rugby League as we get ready for the New Zealand Maori residents to take on the New Zealand residents. We have been treated to a feast of rugby league this weekend and it continues right here on Sky Sport. Hello, I am Courtney Tidy and joining me is Wairangi Kopu. Why, how exciting is this? The last time these two teams met was in 2017. The Māori residents, they were successful 22-16.
Tēnā koe Courtney, kei ngā maunga whakahi, kei ngā wa tapu, mamatawa ko te motu, tēnā rā koutou katoa. Yeah, it's a great occasion for rugby league. You know, these two teams, although they are probably vastly different than what they last met, you know, it's a chance for these two sides to go out and they've had some great battles in the past. Both these teams know each other very, very well. You know, they've played against each other or with each other over the past couple of weeks in the Premiership, also the Maori tournament that they had a couple of weeks ago. So, yeah, we expect this to be a hell of a game because, you know, it's their last opportunity for the year, and as disruptive as rugby league has been this year, you know, this is their sort of last chance to have a good head up before Christmas and they get to rest and families, etc.
Well, it's great to still have rugby league. And you went to the Māori tournament you just spoke of, so they selected their team from that tournament. What did you see down there?
It's always a good time down there in Rotorua at the Māori Rugby League tournament. It's probably the only time I ever get itchy feet, to be honest, because the wairua that they have there at the Māori tournament is always great. Yeah, no, it's some great talent on show down there. Not as many teams as they have had in the past, but some good quality players because they've had a lot of the ones who have come back from Australia who were able to play this year. So, yeah, it was a great tournament and it's reflective of what the team will be that runs out there today against the New Zealand residents. To be fair, a lot of the residents could actually play for the Māori side.
That's right, and speaking of one is Francis Ledger, who won the MVP for the whole National Premiership. He won the MVP in the final. He's looking to have a big one to finish off what would be a great season for him.
How good is he? He's a fantastic player. You know, he is a hell of a player, a great leader for any team that he plays in. He does a job, and you know he's been fantastic this year. He's sort of really led the way for all the teams that he's played for. So yeah, like we expect him to have another great game up there. If there's one player that they really have to try and contain, I'm talking about the New Zealand Maori residents, is Francis Ledger. So yeah, good luck though, because yeah, he's a hell of a player.
And the New Zealand residents, they're led by the coach Andrew Awamatangi. He's coached against a lot of these players. They've had a 3-day campaign. What would the focus be to bring them together so quickly?
Oh, there's a lot of money on the line for both these sides. You know, I mean, in particular the Maori side. Whenever the Maori side get together, it's that cultural unity that they have that they take out onto the field, and so for the same for the New Zealand residents. You know, they're representing their country at a domestic level, but you know, whenever they put on those jerseys, you know, it's 100% in, and we look forward to a pretty good game of rugby league out here.
We do now. Do I dare ask you for a prediction? How do you see this one going?
Oh, it's either way, but you know, I'm back in the Māori side at the moment, but yeah, it's too close to call because there's some good quality players on both sides.
Well, we cannot wait. Let's head to Glen Lama with the team list.
And yes, here are the residents first of all. A lot of these players will be familiar. 9 Akarana players backing up from last weekend's National Championship winner. Stone Dunn, Tuiamalo Vainga, Ledger, Whaapito, Te Aho in the backs. And in the forwards, Key, Sipley, Tuitama and Chase Bernard. Note he's wearing 10 but playing at lock. And on the interchange there is some plenty of experience with Kuia and Paulo featuring for counties in the National Premiership. And congratulations to Johnson Perry from the Upper Central Stallions team who's made the cut today. The coach is Canterbury's Andrew Awamatangi.
Well, Andrew, you've coached against many of your players, but now you've brought them together in camp. What's it been like?
It's been awesome. I think boys have gelled well. I think combination's already there, so it kind of makes our job as coaches pretty easy.
What's the game plan out on the field today?
I think, yeah, we've got to play to the boys' strengths. I think got a good balance right across the park, so yeah, we'll look to do multiple things, I guess, but yeah, we've got to really acknowledge the strengths of the boys.
Last time these two teams met was 3 years ago. What would it mean to get the win today?
That's why we're here, I guess, is to get that win. The boys are looking forward to it. I guess last game of the season, so yeah, ripping in will be right at the front of their mind.
Thank you and good luck.
Cheers, thanks.
Well, the Māori residents team, though, are not to be underestimated. There is plenty of experience here in Junior Warriors, New South Wales Cup, Some of those players include Beau Courts wearing number 1. Keep your eye on number 3, Jordan Bunce. That is the son of Frank Bunce. 2 players with NRL experience in this lineup too. Number 6, Api Pefarangi's played 4 games for the Eels back in 2013 and 2014. It is great to see the captain back in New Zealand. James Bell, who played 2 games for the Warriors in 2017 and 2018. He's recently been playing in France. The coach is Sean Clark.
Sean, last time these teams met was in 2017. They got the win. What would it mean to get the win today?
Oh, it'll mean everything. I think there's 3 boys from that team that are still in the team today. So, yeah, they're looking forward to it. You know, they can bring that experience through and hopefully that gets us the win as well.
It's been a short campaign, only 2 days in camp. What has the focus been?
For us, it's easy. You know, we've already got the culture there. So it's just bringing those boys that are urban Maoris, you know, bringing them in and giving them as much culture as we can. And as coaches, you know, just the combinations were there. Like, you know, we got selected from the Tuakana tournament. So, yeah, just bringing those combinations together and making it gel.
What does your team need to do out on the field today to beat the residents?
On the scoreboard, obviously, that's the main one. But, you know, if we can hold on to our ball and, you know, complete our sets, and we'll go a long way to achieving our goal.
Well, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Mount Smart Stadium, beautiful conditions for rugby league. Boy, we've been looking forward to this clash between the New Zealand Maori residents team and the New Zealand residents. And James Bell will be bringing the team onto the park. It's the first time he's played, I guess, on Mount Smart. Daryl Halligan for some considerable time. He was a bit of a fan favourite in that New South Wales Cup team and a couple of appearances in the Warriors in 2017-18. But here he is 2 years later. We're back. He's back.
True performer, isn't he, James Bell, and always presents himself well. To look at the Maori side walk out, they all look like they're ready to embrace what will become a fairly emotional game for them. They've tasted success before against the New Zealand residents, and that gives them plenty of belief. And on the other side of the equation, the New Zealand residents, to see them enter Mount Smart Stadium, they'll be cherishing this opportunity as well.
And the residents have taken the opportunity to pick players from all over the country. Alex Todd just walking out a shot there from Canterbury. I mentioned Johnson Perry, originally from Mangakino. He's wearing 14 for the residents team. And congratulations to the young Wellington player who's got the call up today, Dallas McEwen. He'll be playing at hooker. He's only 19 years old, so looking forward to seeing a player from the Randwick Kingfishers club out there. Of course, that's Stephen Kearney's old club.
Marvellous opportunity, isn't it? And that's what this provides, this game. Showcase their skills. Last time for the season in this double header, the second of a double header this weekend.
Standing by now for the national anthem.
The national anthem, please. Sung today by Raymond Bishop.
Defend our free land. God
Standing by now for the cultural challenges of both teams. So strap yourselves in, this should be a good contest. This is the best talent in New Zealand that are resident in New Zealand. So the Māori team and the New Zealand residents. So the Māori team are going to do their haka first.
Hey!
I'll let you pick that up, Glenn.
Oh, phenomenal. What else can you say? It's just spine-tingling stuff, isn't it? From the moment it started. What does that mean to see, for you to witness that, Wairangi on the sideline?
Pretty emotional, eh? Boys are a little rocked up here today. It's a good little challenge. They're right into each other's faces. They know how important this game is to both sides. And obviously, they've been together now for a couple of days, so everyone has got each other's backs out there. Both teams have laid the challenge down early, particularly the New Zealand residents there with that little slap on the thigh, that little indication of kiss my backside. That's pretty much what that means in Maori, so look for some fireworks early in this game.
Api Puwharangi too, right there for the New Zealand Maori team. And we're all set for kick-off here in what should be a cracking clash. New Zealand Maori in the white and the green, and the New Zealand residents in the black. New Zealand residents captained by Francis Ledger, who could have played for either team. And the captain of the New Zealand Maori residents, number 13, James Bell. So will be the captain of the residents to kick off. This is the best of the best. As referee Paki Parkinson gets the game underway, it's going to be the Māori team with the first possession. Straight away, they're spinning in front of their posts. And we're getting started now. Good tackle coming in there from the residents player, Matty Tuitama. He won't shirk tackles the whole game. Alex Todd in there too. Francis Ledger wearing 4. And now the Māori team off the pass from James Bell. Trent Schmalkel it is. From Ngati Awa in the Eastern Bay of Plenty, and James Bell back on Mount Smart Stadium. I think the last time he might have played in New Zealand was at the 2017 World Cup for Scotland, of all countries. Schmalkel with his second carry. Queensland Cup player last year for the Sunshine Coast Falcons, and BT's kick to end the first set. And down to the fullback, Matu Stone Dunn for the New Zealand residents.
Good first set for the New Zealand Maori. After all the emotion of the haka and the cultural exchange, they shifted 2 pass wide to start the first play. No real line speed in the New Zealand residents in that set, giving them plenty of time.
That was Sam Fa'apito, now the other winger from the Akarana Falcons, Tuiamalo Vainga, just 19 years of age. And away goes the halfback McEwen, Dallas McEwen from Wellington. Just 19 years old. What an opportunity for the young hooker. Now Todd from Canterbury. Over the 30 he goes. So good first set here for the residents, the New Zealand residents. And now Stone Dunn into the back line. Ledger with this lethal left side attack from Sam Fa'apito. 8 tries in his 4 games for Akarana in the National Premiership. He had a really good season. Great play. Oh, what hands at the back from Bo Courts. How did he get down and stop that, Daryl Halligan?
What about the run from Filippo? Great hands on the edge from Ledger. And he's run backwards a good 15 metres to come into the middle of the field. For a little kick into the middle and the pickup. Oh, spectacular. We'll get a replay on a mo.
Yeah, Bo Courts, brilliant at the back. That was James Watterson playing the ball. BT handling, and now the big back rower, Vasuvalangi. Solomon Vasuvalangi. Napuhi from Hastings, and now good run into the line here from Koma Sampson. They keep the ball alive, and it's BT again, who played very well for Waikato in the National Premiership. Lost all 3 games, BT never stopped trying in the entire Premiership this season. Bell out in the middle of the field. Out it comes from Te Whairangi, now Cole Waka, and now it's out to Watterson. Te Whairangi toes it ahead, but Matu Stone Dunn has it. So an open start to the game, and there's plenty of pasture here for Matu Stone Dunn.
Yeah, plenty of pasture for Stone Dunn on the left edge. Great spread of the football from Te Whairangi, and he hunted back in through the middle. There's a kick come back his way. A beautiful distribution game, hasn't he, for a big man?
Yes, Sam Fa'apito it is. Now Tuitama. 2nd year in a row he's played for the New Zealand residents. Featuring in that game against the England Community Lions team last year, as Todd was as well. And Todd says, He'll bounce up. He's a tough character from Christchurch. Now Chase Bernard, not the small, he's not the biggest back rower, but he's very mobile. Excellent play from the residents. Now Ledger through the gap. Excellent play from Michael Key earlier to keep the ball alive. Now Fa'apito on the last tackle. There was that played at, it is play on, and it's Vasuvalangi who has it.
It's a double error from Fa'apito. He missed the gun when Ledger took the football, and it was a simple tip on, he would have scored. Finally got the football, takes it into contact, comes away with an untidy carry.
That's Sorensen McGee, and now Cole Waka. Scored the first try for Akarana this season, and the last. Scored the last try in the final, that big win over Counties last weekend. Short pass possibly forward from Afu, but he's got it back, Josiah Afu. Gee, there's been some big meters in this game already.
There's a one-on-one strip here, Pat Sipley. Ripping the ball away, one-on-one.
Yeah, he did it off his Akarana teammate as well. Now coming forward is Makaile for the residents. Counties Manukau player. Played in the only New South Wales Cup game the Warriors played this season before the season was cancelled. Nice dummy from Sam Nutty. It's Counties Manukau teammate. Tuiamalo Vainga at dummy half. Leslie Vainakolo lookalike, isn't he? Inside the 20, inside the 10. McEwen waits at dummy half. Now Bernard. Now it comes to Tiaho. He was knocked out cold last week, Jordan Tiaho. In fact, yes, Jordan Tiaho getting very close, but he's recovered nicely to take his spot in this residents team today. McEwen, residents just a moment away while the kick from Nati wasn't good. But he's picked it up, and what's the ruling from the referee here? It's play on. Sipley's going to go over. Now there's confusion.
Time off. Comes with cut out.
There had to be confusion there. Big Pat Sipley hasn't seen that much space from dummy half for a while.
So we've got to tackle one here.
Yeah.
Wait, it's tackle one here. Played it.
Okay, so the kick from Nate
He's giving me a call.
has been adjudicated to be played at and has come back to the New Zealand residents, so they get a repeat set.
All right, well, that's unfortunate for the Maori, or for the residents, rather, with Sipley going over to score the try. If the comms had been working, it would have been a try. Here's Todd. Now they come forward through Key. Michael Key just a couple of metres out. Grand final win the Warriors in 2014. Todd's dropped the ball, and the Maori have survived, and it's James Bell who's got it. Must have been knock-ons both ways there, Daryl.
Yeah, they dodged a little bit of a bullet here early in the tackle count. The flat pass to Todd. Todd just got to the line a little bit quick, put a little bit of pressure on the pass. Let's have a look at it here. This is a kick from Nati. Where was it played at? Well, Api Piwharangi tried to play at it and then had a miss. And then it's regathered. Maybe the confusion, and this is the final play of the next set. So we see Todd just in front of the ball. But yeah, in the end, it's ended up the right call.
Yeah.
He didn't play at it. It should have been a turnover.
Messy, though, wasn't it?
Great start from both sides.
Yeah,
Good spread of the football. Good offloads. Sorry, White.
Sorry, boys. Yeah, I was going to say, up until that era, the skill has been really high from both these teams. And to be fair, in the last 6 minutes, it's been a frantic pace from both these sides. So hopefully they can keep it up, because it's a really entertaining game so far.
Sure is. James Waterson here from the Northcote Tigers. Ngati Parau. And here is Cole Waka. Good fend from him. Waka, who was at centre for Akarana. Now Royden Gillett. Good to see him back playing rep football. Didn't play any for Counties this season. Now Bell in the middle of the field. Here's BT. Now Vasuvalangi. Big body out wide. Nice cut back on the angle from James, from Jordan Bunce. That's Frank Bunce's boy, former New Zealand Sevens rep. That's a good kick. Found some space out to the left there. Stone done. Forced to hurry, and it's been knocked on from both teams, so that will be a Māori scrum feed, Daryl. Excellent kick.
Excellent pressure. The bounce of the football here. There's a really narrow edge as well. They push it to the right edge, New Zealand Maori. Put the kick in. And here, just the pressure there. Denying a little bit of space. Little tip for the New Zealand residents. If you've got Api Piwharangi and James Bell in midfield, then you know the pass is going to be spread to the other side of the field. They're your distributors. It'd be nice to see a player on the inside coming back up through the middle and cut a piece.
Remember, Bell and Pewharangi, those two players you mentioned there, Daryl, the only players with NRL experience playing in this contest. So, great opportunity for the Māori here as Kairi BT feeds the scrum. Afu with the pass off the back, and Pewharangi's going to take the first carry.
Make the line, Ray. Ray, make the line.
Opportunity here for Courts. Where can they get both Courts into this game, the New Zealand Maori?
Yes, Trent Schmelkel's dropped it. Oh, yeah, the residents will be happy with that. Oh, Trent Schmelkel, that was classic.
Yeah, Schmelkel suggesting that ref was kidding. Ref can tell him he wasn't. Move on, and well, there you go. Massive hand on the football there from Bernard.
Maybe he was right then, Daryl.
Yeah. Front row is always right. You try arguing with them.
Well, back rows too. You want to argue with them.
I was going to say, front rowers don't lie.
Trent Schmelkel, interesting character though, of course. He's been one of those players that's been floating around the New South Wales Cup and the Queensland Cup for some years. He's 25 now. Here in New Zealand, of course, after COVID ruined the season in Australia. Hopefully we can get to see Bo Courts, the Māori fullback, in action. He's back in New Zealand now, and he had signed to play for the Warriors New South Wales Cup team this year. And of course, again, had no football. As Matu Stone Dunn, the fullback for the residents, comes forward now. McEwen, Bernard, and Key goes straight ahead. As he customary does. Fast play the ball, has McEwen rolling forward. Bernard. It's quite a good move to play him at lock in this game. Very mobile front rower. McEwen off Patrick Sipley. Here goes Dallas McEwen, the young hooker. Looking good. He looks like he belongs at this level, although having said that, of course, he's just dived with the ball on the last tackle, Darryl.
Yeah, well, he's got to first thing know where the tackle count is. Big part of the game if you're a dummy half. He looks lively. Part of the reason was there was only one marker there. Was that it was the last tackle.
They play for Wellington Orcas in the championship this year. New Zealand residents 18s last year. Todd in there making a tackle on James Waterson. They're into it here through McGee. McGee Sorensen. And that was a high tackle on the winger. Sorensen McGee playing in the centres for counties all the way through the premiership and on the wing today in this game.
Now, after the frenetic start to this match from both sides, we started to find a little bit of balance. We find our first penalty of the game. We find a couple of knock-ons. Now we try and touch, and we'll see what the first real opportunity is. 40 metres out, good opportunity to attack from here.
40 metres out. Solomon Fasivalangi. Hard man to bring to deck. Afu at dummy half. Now BT. They're running it early in the tackle. Pewharangi skip pass. Courts has dropped it. And it's been gobbled up by Sam Nutty.
Straight through the hands of Courts and onto his melon. Call it a falcon. There's numbers on the outside as well.
Go, 0.
Play on.
Makaile. At number 11 for the Māori team. That's Royden Gillett.
Hold. Go, 1.
Here's Matu Stone Dunn now. Tuiamalo Vainga. Good leg drive, the young winger. Plays the ball quickly to Stone Dunn. Looking for the penalty, not given. Bernard. A little bit messy up the middle that time from the residents, but they still have the ball and plenty of tackles in the set. Up their sleeve. Key. Big body in the middle of the field. Nicely handled by Schmelkel.
Back here, back. Hold. Go, 3.
Tiaho. Now Todd. Tackled by James Bell. 15 to go. McEwen, they keep it on the left side. That's Tiaho. Here is out to Fa'apito. And Sam Fa'apito off a brilliant pass from Francis Ledger. That has been the hot left edge combination all year. 4 points to 0.
Stayed on his line like all good wingers should do. Didn't think he had enough space to tiptoe down that sideline here. And Ledger, a nice little tip on. Work to be done by Fa'apito. Look at it, gets to the out. Question mark. Ooh, Sorensen just paid too much attention to with the ball carrier, which was Ledger. You have a look here. There's Sorensen there just holding himself too early. He was taken, and white boots, white paint.
Yeah, there was grass in between them, but just. Sam Fa'apito, 8 tries in 4 games for Akarana. And he has been in sensational try-scoring form, Wairangi.
Yes, indeed. Really, you can, I suppose, give a lot of his tries to assist to Francis Ledger, because Francis doesn't need much room to move. And every time he gets the ball, he's got great footwork. He is a fantastic centre. He knows exactly where his spacings are, and he delivers that ball to his winger every time, giving them an opportunity. So he's opened it up here.
Well, Francis Ledger scored 20 points in the final last week, Daryl Halligan. A try and 8 goals. Finished with 70 points in the 4 games for the season.
The coaches will tell you how valuable these guys are, goal kickers. Goal kickers won't tell you how valuable they are.
Oh.
Coaches will.
So Ledger.
They'll also tell you when you're not valuable.
Yeah, when you miss them, I suppose.
A little bit of breeze assisted this. Francis normally has a little bit of shape to his goal kicking. From right to left. Let's see if he gets it on the radar here. He's got the easy style. Drifts it back off the right post, no problem.
So the residents with the first try to that man, Sam Fa'apito, 6-0.
So another look at it too. The strike player on the outside is Ledger. And maybe they can borrow my glasses there, the touchy.
That's on second look, wasn't it?
We're human.
Short kick off. Nice tactic from the Maori, and they've got it back beautifully. Yeah, Makairi Beatty did this often for Waikato through the national championship. And away goes Beau Courts from dummy half. And all of a sudden they're looking good here, the Maori team. Gillett inside the 20. Enterprising play from the New Zealand Maori residents side. Schmunkel again.
Been solid, hasn't he? Straight through the middle, Schmeichel.
Afu keeps it down to the left to Whairangi. This is Courts. Nice kick. There's the try. What a count, what a comeback here from the Māori. James Waterson has gone over and scored the try. What a response.
Beautiful bit of footwork here. It's pretty much even numbers. The run from Schmeichel up the middle provides a platform to play on the left. This is a short kick-off. This is how they get the ball from the restart. Pretty much uncontested, to be fair. And then 2 plays later, Schmeichel goes towards the middle of the post. They set up the shift on the outside and get this man, Beau Courts, involved. He takes it to the line, gets to the outside of his player and drops it onto the boot. And then Waterson had some work to do. Not an easy put down. Ball bouncing. Good presence of mind. Cole Walker holds his player on the outside. He gets round the back. And yes, we've got to give that, seeing as we hit some paint at the other end of the field.
Yeah, well said. Good try from James Waterson. He was all set to play for East Tigers, the Brisbane club, in the Queensland Cup this year, but sadly COVID killed that dead. And he's a try-scoring machine back in 2018 for Northcote. He finished the top try scorer in the Fox Memorial that year, 22 tries. Now Afu, we didn't see him kick any goals for Akarana because Ledger kicked all the goals.
Tough assignment for the lefty. Basically left touch. Full of concentration. Oh, lovely strike. Looks solid as and flies through the post.
Well, 6-all is the score, Wairangi.
Aiden Manuatu, yeah, fantastic. Great reply. New Zealand Maori residents. You know, obviously, we've seen that short kick-off from Waikato and Kaia Biti throughout the season, but pays dividends. That little combination of Api Whairangi and Beau Courts, look out for that because they know each other well through the point share pirates, as we see. Yeah, just, you know, a little bubble.
Now, twice so far in this match, Wairangi, they've gone upstairs and D. Halligan's been in the TMO position. So the next one's coming your way, pal.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt if there was a TMO today, it would be 0-all still at the moment. So, you know, I think you were right, Daryl. It's still tied, 6 all, 0 all.
Go one.
TMO's overrated anyway.
Do we want to go down that path? Here we go. Sampson playing the ball for the Maori. There's some good players on the bench too on both sides today, particularly up the middle. There's some excellent middle forwards. Richard Halani, Jacob Paulo, Keanu Dawson. Now they're spreading it out to the left again. Waka's dropped it cold. That will disappoint him. And that will see the residents with the scrum.
Yeah, Cole Waka got that wrong. He was trying to straighten up on the pass, and up here Piwhairangi had just a little dummy in the pass there, which put him off his line. And then it went to the outside of him. Couldn't quite grab it.
My apologies.
Got a bit of a problem here for Beau Courts, have we? There's a player getting attended to.
Beau Courts, his heritage at Tiarawa rather, in Rotorua. Brooklyn-born player. Playing for Point Share Pirates in the Fox Memorial this season.
He actually kicks a few goals too, Beau Courts. Spent a bit of time in the Warriors system earlier this year. In the pre-season, kicking a couple of goals. Talented footballer.
It's nice to see Francis Ledger go over there. Of course, they're club mates. Point Chev.
It's to be a damaging blow here for the New Zealand Maori if Beau Courts doesn't play any further part in this match, which should suggest would be the case when you need the assistance off the field. As you're seeing,
it's going to actually cause quite a reshuffle. He's on the bench for the Maori residents. Jethro Freeney's a hooker. Richard Halani's a front rower. Brandon Lee's a back rower. Daniel Riolu Buchanan is also a back rower, and that's who's coming on. Number 16, Daniel Riolu Buchanan. So he's going to play fullback now for the Maori team.
Well, Buchanan might end up sliding into left centre and put Cole Waka back there because Cole Waka can play fullback. See how they go.
Yeah, interesting to see what happens there. We'll see when they have the next players. Tiahu off the scrum for the residents. Matu Stone Dunnan from fullback.
spot on Cole Waka straight there.
Ledger at army half. Tiahu. Tuitama. Players on the left of the ruck. McEwen goes to the open side though. From a long way back comes Michael Key. Good post meters from Michael Key. McEwen. Bernard, first receiver. The ball playing prop. Gives it to Alex Todd. Couple meters out. Bernard, Key. That was a good tackle on Michael Key. Almost got there. Momentum carried him there. Schmalko in the end did a great job to stop Michael Key, and that must be a penalty.
You're crowding the ruck. You're crowding the ruck. Don't crowd the ruck.
No, it's a contestable area of the ruck. And how you slow it up can sometimes play it
go.
Pretty poorly. Oh,
Sipley.
Pat Sipley.
McEwen. Bernard. Now Tiaho. Stone done, close. There's a try-saving tackle from Vasu Valangi. They still keep it on the left. Ledger is going close. He's dropped the ball. Yeah, Maori survive, and boy, do they tell the residents.
They needed it. Back-to-back sets for the New Zealand residents. And Francis Ledger, after a perfect start to this match, finding his outsides, been pretty much a threat on this left edge on the outside. There's a charge. This is big Pat Sipley. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, including Waka in the Maori defence. Then the shift wide, and here it comes. Pretty much flat-footed this time. Francis Ledger gets a shift inside, and there. The second effort, and the carry sees it dislodged.
Well, not often you see Ledger make a mistake. A very secure player on that left edge. Tuitama, Ledger and Fa'apito. The Māori work off their own line now through Vasu Valangi. Afu. Now Rielu Buchanan. And the Bears player, Mati Parau. There's a good charge in from Schmalko. Good pace, good energy. Made an excellent start to the game. James Bell. The middle goes Bell. It's good to see him back in New Zealand, isn't it? Really neat.
13 tackles already for James Bell.
There's Beatty. He's come off ledger. It's been played at.
Yeah,
yes.
Tom Walker grabs it. There's 6 again for sure.
So it's a brand new set now for the Maori residents. Now Bunce. Jordan Bunce, Frank Bunce's son, former New Zealand Sevens rugby player. Playing rugby league. Out of the Waikato at the moment. Trench Malcolm. Solid run from him again. Afu, now to Bell. Good front foot running ball for Bell. Ran straight at Pat Sipley.
Good play, good shape. Took the metres on offer.
Tough nut is James Bell. Piwharangi skips past his point chef teammate Pat Sipley. Beatty, Vasuvalangi. Offloads, Beatty tackled without the ball arguably there. It's been picked up by James Bell. In fact, that's Bunce again.
Hold line 9.
So last play in the set, and Beatty gives it to Piwharangi. The kick will come surely. Now they're running. Interesting decision is Waka. Waka will need to offload in the tackle. He's done brilliantly. Piwharangi. This is great play. Wow, look out to him. Amalu Vainga almost got it, and Waterson has got in a brand new set. Can you believe it? Afu. Now Schmuckle will go for the posts. He is over the line. He's got the try. That is pure determination.
That's fantastic. Only one play needed, courtesy of the repeat set ending. And this man here, Schmeichel, wow, he's been everything up and through the middle. It's been pretty tough in there as well. Looks like he loves it. A lovely little angled run. The key target was Ape Piwharangi, and where was he? But they come back on the unders line, pushes right through. Now the twist in the upper body strength, reaches out, and there you are. Good positioning for the ref. Great footy.
It was exciting play from the Māori team, full stop by Rangi Korpu.
Yeah, some big bodies in there. Michael Key, Shumkle, big forwards trying to hold each other up. And big number 8 for the Māori residents pushes his way over the line in a great battle. Enterprising play there from the Māori residents with the last tackle. They ran on the last tackle. The ball was kept alive and ended up in an error, and just back-to-back sets for New Zealand residents, and they couldn't hold them out.
Play with plenty of width. Loving it, both sides. Sideline to sideline, and yet the middle is really attacked as well. When players are running up through the middle, you really have to take out their legs. You look, the leg drive here of Schmeichel continues, and that manages to propel him to the line. If someone tackles low and grabs a leg, stops the legs, stops the top.
Boys, both of your pronunciations of Trent's name is a little bit different, so I got the man here himself to tell you how it's said. How do you say your last name, Trent?
Shomkul.
Shomkul, there you go.
Thanks,
well done,
brother.
champ.
Well done, Wairangi. Shomkul. Thank you. Yeah, he's just taken a breather on the bench after scoring the try. So Shomkul with the try. So that's why Wairangi's on the sideline, Darryl. You know, seizing the opportunity to make us better in the broadcast, which is brilliant.
Going to call him class, top class and world class.
Samson, look at the Māori rolling forward here. On comes Brandon Lee to mix it up. He's just taken Shomkul's place.
Go, 2, that was strong.
Jethro Friend out there now, 2 wearing 14. Counties Monaco Stingrays captain, James Bell with that play. Piwharangi. Now it's out to Royden Gillett. Waka. Feel like they're dominating at the moment. New Zealand residents hardly can get their hand on the ball at the moment. There's Piwharangi's kick. It's gone off a Māori player. So still the last, and that will be gathered by Sam Whakapito, who's come way off this left wing to gather and help out his teammates.
That's a perfect set of 6 after points. Look where they're going to work it out from, the New Zealand residents. 5 in from the corner, 5 out from a line.
McKiley with the hard yards, the centre. Strong done, drops into dummy half. Tackle from Gillett. Doesn't get much further than that. Now Tuiamalo Vainga. Johnson Perry out there now, wearing 14 at dummy half. Here for the New Zealand residents team. Tiaho, they're spinning it on the fifth tackle. This is Dawson. Keanu Dawson from Waikato. From the Titans under 20 player. Tiaho. Oh, he's in a bit of strife. It's still there. Did really well, Tiaho, in the end to get the kick away, did Perry. Now Waka at fullback. Having moved from centre back to fullback after the injury to Beau Courts.
You see where they set this up to go. Good field position. Tackle 1 on halfway. This is tackle 3. They come 2 more to the right, and they'll go back to that favoured left edge where Apepi Whairangi likes to play.
Yelu Buchanan. It's simply in there making the big tackle. Bernard in there too. Jethro Friend to James Bell. Gee, they've flicked a switch, the Māori, haven't they? Playing with excellent urgency at the moment as Vasuvalangi, though, is tackled. Wasn't held, though. Friend into dummy half. Bell charges at the defence. Good tackle coming from Sam Ngati on Pewhairangi, his opposite number there. But Beattie has another opportunity for New Zealand Māori residents. Beattie! Very close. Try-saving tackle from Matu Stone Dunn. This is the last play. Friend! Is that going to be a try? No, it's a penalty for offside.
He was well in front.
Hard luck there for Brandon Lee.
He was almost standing in the dead ball line by the time he got that ball down.
He was actually running a decoy in the past. If it was going to go to the left, it was going to go behind him. And then all of a sudden he finds the ball right in front of him in the in goal. Just couldn't help himself.
He's got time it there, Brendan.
Well, the residents did really well to hang on in hindsight there. If you think back to that last set of 6, Daryl, really well.
Done a lot of tackling in the last 7 or 8 minutes. The New Zealand residents, they need to get a kick in here. Finish and complete a set. Completions haven't been high in this game. The residents are only at 50%. And the Māori 65.
And they've been under the pump. Tiaho. There's a bit of space behind the ruck. Good run from Jordan Tiaho.
Stand now! James, here, James.
Tackle from Friend. Perry, there's a good run. Like that run from Dawson. In fact, that's Kuia who's out there now for the New Zealand residents. He counties Manukau back row, now Sipley. He's got Maikaili on his right. That has been Waka driven back. What a set there from the residents. That's gone the length of the field. Daryl Halligan.
Was a good set, possibly their best set in the last 15 minutes of this match. I did not know Pat Sipley had a kicking licence. This is the end of it. This is Tihaho up the run, up the middle, ducking and diving. Gets up and plays the football. When they shift it out to the right, comes into the hands here of big Pat Sipley, and he's got a beautiful touch on that boot there. Cole Walker in good position. Can't quite get to ground. They suspend him up in the air and drag him into touch. So from being off their own line to restart dropout.
Boy, Pat Sipley does not have his kicking licence. That was an illegal kick. Should never have happened.
Back they come, the residents. That's Jacob Paulo. From the county's Manukau Stingrays.
Go one.
Now Kuia, another Stingrays player. Call up.
Wait on.
Into the squad. And he's out there giving it a crack. Tiaho. Oh! Well, bit of a mismatch weight-wise there on Vasuvalangi and Tiaho. Now away goes Perry. Perry is taken 10 metres out. 2 tackles left. Kuia at dummy half.
Go 4.
Ngati. Sipley on the angled run. Last play now. Perry, and it's Dawson, and there is the try. Keanu Dawson's gone over. Great back-to-back sets of rugby league from the New Zealand residents. 12-10.
The repeat set of 6. Preceded by pretty much a set that completed 100 metres of the football field from their own line. A lovely run from Pat Sipley, getting a little bit of attention here. And that sucked some numbers close to the line. Let's have a look how many it was. That's Pat playing the ball. Look, there's 4 or 5 in the frame. And they just had to get it maybe 7 or 8 metres wide. Look at the no-look pass from dummy half. Haven't seen better. Beautiful work.
Big Keanu Dawson goes over the Waikato prop. He's going to play for the North Devils this year in the Queensland Cup. He ended up playing back home in Hamilton. Titans under-20s player. Warriors New South Wales Cup player. And now Ledger with a simple attempt here to lock the scores up.
It'll be his easiest shot of the afternoon. So a quick nosy and see who the workers are in both teams. The residents, of course, Sipley and Todd, right up there in the tackle counts with close to 15 each already. James Bell leads the way for the Maori.
So Ledger. Pito's first try. And no worries with this one as well. So it's game on. 7 to play until half-time. Beatty going to do here? Loves to mix up his kicks or kickoffs. But this time it's the standard long kick. Back comes Jacob Paulo. The bench today for the residents. Petty. Now Kuia. Oh, solid contact. Coming in there from Brandon Lee. Milk a penalty there, Kuia. Referee Parkinson's not having a bar of that. Here's the try scorer Dawson. Running at his Waikato teammate Beatty. Petty. Now to Itama. They onside. Referee says play on. Marnie looked a bit gassed all of a sudden. Stone Dunn. Look out, Matthew Stone Dunn. Residents sense an opportunity. Pat Sipley. Pat Sipley getting close, jeepers. Probably blew a try, should have given the pass. Pito in there at dummy half. How did he get over there, Petty? Oh, gee, that's a disappointing end to what was another wonderful set from the residents.
There was 2 on the outside of Pat Sipley, just praying for the football. They couldn't quite get it to him. Lovely bust right up through the middle. Comes to the fullback in Cole Walker. And takes a little bit of a bump from RPP Whairangi. And here, Pat, pass to the outside. Goes himself and goes oh so close. And even here now, if this ball comes to the right, there's a host of players wanting it. Finally going dead in goal.
So Pat Sipley, typically a front rower. So it's, you know, he finds himself in a little bit of space out on that edge there, running up against some smaller players. And I don't know if Pat Sipley actually knows how to pass.
I was going to say, we granted him the kicking licence earlier. We just granted him a passing pass now.
He's got to learn his passing licence.
Some licence holders are going to be busy on Monday morning. It was a good run from Lee, and now Beatty off the last. Looks for the kick to Pito. He's knocked it backwards. And Tiaho cleans up, and Stone Dunn, after making that scything break, starts the set. 15 out from his own line.
10 metres, the whole line.
I was just about to say, both teams have found it quite easy to get the ball to the other end of the football field. One set, they'll be defending their own line. The transition between defence and attack seems quite easy for both of these sides. This penalty will really hurt with just 3.5 minutes to go to full time, 12 all. Massive minutes in this game.
Look for the line.
How often do you see teams kicking on if they can score just before, just after half time? Tuitama with the first carry. Solid as ever, Tuitama. Very reliable back rower. Petty. Now Dawson. They've been loving getting stuck in to this Māori residents team. Kuia with the pass to Nutty. Now Stone done up from fullback again. Just past a couple of players. Stone done coming nicely into the game at the moment for the residents. Here's Paolo. Good leg speed. Penalty. The residents do here.
RPP Whairangi couldn't quite get himself out of the way. Loitering in the ruck area.
Tapping. Mark. 10.
So Petty will just give it to Big Pat Sipley. Tackle round his ankles there from Yellow Buchanan. Oh, Petty! Oh, it has been ruled a knock-on. I wondered whether he got that cleanly, Darryl. Not much in it.
Yep. Ball sort of disappeared underneath his legs and trying to retrieve it. This is Pat Sipley playing it. And Petty's looking round, and that's knocked back, and then it's pulled forward. Well, no challenges in this game. If they challenged it, they probably would have succeeded.
Johnson Petty, originally from Mangakino, plays for the Upper Central Stallions in the championship this year. Good to see players from the second division, Wairangi, getting an opportunity. Him and McEwen sharing the dummy half duties today.
Yeah, fantastic. It's a good indication of how strong that competition is, really. It's good football played. Saw a little bit of it last weekend through the finals. And there it is. Good representation in this resident side from across the country.
And we saw some evidence in the women's games yesterday too of that. With plenty of players from the championship, the second division, playing in the 2 test matches yesterday. Now that should be a pin against Tuamalo or Vaiangi.
Rucks are pretty tidy in the first 35 minutes of this match. The last 5. There's been quite a few indiscretions. Errors, 7 to the residents, 5 to the Māori. And here, Big Pat.
How did Ray Tuiamalo Vaianga think he was going to get away with that, Darryl? I don't know. Here comes the Māori with one last attack in these last 40 seconds. Te Whairangi almost through. Residents. Hard on defence again as James Bell brings the ball forward. Poor pass from him. He'll be disappointed that didn't go to hand. All the momentum lost. Can they get it back through Bunce? Well, they'll have maybe 1-2 more tackles. Ledger slows to play the ball down really well there for the residents. Beatty. Not a great pass to him either. Vasuvalangi.
Last play. Big Gary Owen, perhaps. Contestable.
Got to get to his feet quickly and play it. Oh, Messi play the ball. They won't even get to the kick. Dear, oh dear. Messi in to the first half. But it is all locked up. Great 40 minutes we've got coming up in the second half with 2 converted tries to each team here at Mount Smart Stadium. And it's the New Zealand residents 12, the Māori residents 12. Rugby league players on show here at Mount Smart Stadium, many of them from Tamaki Makaurau. 12 all we have set up in the second half. So Waterson and Shamkul getting the tries for the Māori residents, and Whapito and Dawson getting the tries for the New Zealand residents team. Fingers crossed that weather's going to hold out in the second half. They've all had quite a shift. I look down to the south, it's beautiful blue sky down there, but up north it's the complete opposite.
Yeah, and certainly on screen here is Beatty, half of the New Zealand Maoris, pretty much played second fiddle to RPP Whairangi in the first half, and if he steps out of the shell in the second half, it's been a really good foil for RP as James Bell sort of played in that position as well. could determine some points early on. And I think early points will be the key. Whether looking to come in maybe late in the second half. If you lead from the front in the second half and the Weather Demons hit the ground, you're in a good position.
Well, as I just look north again, we might be lucky, you know. I see that big shower that we saw maybe 5 minutes ago has moved past the stadium, so fingers crossed.
Stone done on screen here. He's had a fairly fair game. 9 hit-ups from the back. No mistakes. Probably be tested a little bit under the high ball in the second spell, I'd imagine. And Ngāti and Te Aho will be the ones that will guide this resident side around the football field, and they need to be loud. They need to position their forwards properly. They need to tell Sipley where to run, and tell Bernard when to go, and then unleash the likes of Francis Ledger like we saw in the first 10 of the first half, and they're a dangerous side.
So 12 all it is. Last half of footy here at Mount Smart on what's been a fantastic weekend of rugby league. The Māori residents in the white, New Zealand residents in the black. And straight away it is Jacob Paulo. He's bringing it up to the 20. Waterson and Shamkul as a touchdown. The try scorers for the Māori. Shamkul off the field at the moment. Good tackle coming in there on Tanasio Kuia for the residents, wearing 13. Started off the interchange. Here's Dawson. The try scorers in the residents team.
Just a little shimmy, hasn't he, to the right-hand side before he gets to the line.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Even all front rows need a little bit of footwork these days.
Here's Tuitama. Tough player was Matty Tuitama. Now Petty. Well, he made good meters until he was absolutely smashed to the turf by Vasuvalangi. Te Aho to end the set. And that one's going to be comfortably taken on that left wing side by James Waterson, try scorer in the first half.
Directly across to the middle of the field to position the Maori in the centre field to enable guys to jump from dummy half exactly like that. Cole Waka get out to the right and get him behind the ruck.
Waka moving back to fullback after the injury to Beau Courts, which is seeing a bit of a reshuffle. Now here's the other winger, Sorensen McGee. Friend still out there at dummy half. James Bell, player of the Māori tournament a couple of weeks ago in Rotorua. Friend again. Now Pewharangi. It's a good kick from Pewharangi right to the corner. Matthew Stone done.
Good chase too. First tackle missed, however. Great run. Good effort from Stone Dunn. Still
beautiful.
Going.
Check this out. It might be a try. Oh, Stone Dunn. Well, he could have run Tuiamalo Vainga in, but he kept going. But still, that's a 65-metre return of the football from Stone Dunn, who gets it back now. Sipley. Not even Big Pat Sipley can get through 4. Oh, he hasn't been held. Sipley sees the line in front of him. Mikaele from dummy half. Right on the line in 3 tackles.
Bombed it. Had to go to the left, that.
Petty at dummy half. Now Ngāti. That's Te Aho with the ball. Oh, it's been knocked back. How good was that? What a play there from Sorensen McGee.
It was an awesome play. Basketball-like, 2 hands up, and Sorensen saves his team a try.
Dazzling start to the second half, Wairangi.
Oh.
Yes, indeed. Pace from both these sides. Come out of the sheds with some intent. Man, Matthew Stone Dunn, what a run. He beat like 4 players.
Guess who made the tackle on Stone Dunn? It was James Bell who turned and chased. No wonder he was player of the tournament a couple of weeks ago.
I don't know how the residents didn't score a try there, Daryl. But it's a great credit to the Māori that they managed to hold on. Now Waka looking to probe. And this is an excellent play here from Royden Gillett.
Great post line offload there.
Friend with the pass. Now Pewharangi, excellent footwork. Oh, that's unfortunate for Waterson. It might have opened up, although Mikaele was there.
He needed to take that, Waterson. It was a perfect pass. Right in the breadbasket. On the outside of his player. This is the run from Stone Dunn. Let's see how many he beats. 1, 2, there. Steps out of a second tackle from RPP Wairangi. Then an arms grabs. And then he looks to the outside, throws the dummy, pushes and goes, and guess who's got him on the radar? James Bell. Nice work, James.
Tackle, wasn't it?
I love James Bell's look. He looks like an old Sammy Stewart.
Yes.
The Mo needs to be groomed just a little bit more there, White.
Stewart, yeah, there's a blast from the past. Nine-Eye College boy, Lower Hutt. Tuiamalo Vainga. Pere. Tuiamalo Vainga. It's Stone done. Just passed him the ball just before he took on that last man. He's Pito out of dummy half. And that's a high tackle.
Pito cops one on the chops, as they say.
It was offside call, wasn't it? Parkinson.
10 metres.
Free Parkinson.
Option.
Just like the start of the first half. Frenetic pace to the start of the second half.
Ledger with the touch finder. Pito, first try scorer in the game. Straight away, it's Emiliano Makaile. Pere continues to be out there. And Taulo. Jacob Taulo, a former teammate of Roger Tuivasa-Sheck's at Tahoe College. Pere, this is looking better for the residents. Tiaho brings it back to Kuia.
Late tackle, Brandon. Late tackle. Brandon.
Lee is the player penalised for the Māori.
Seemed to be nothing really doing in attack or defence there. A couple of flat passes.
Option.
Over to the left before returning back to the right. They're going to take the tap here. Why not?
Well, the penalty's 3-1 against the Māori in this game so far. It's Jacob Talo. 5 metres out. Bombed the try just a moment ago. Ngati now Sipley on the cutback angle.
Give space.
Slow play the ball. Waka. Good job to slow that one down. Ngati.
Okay, stand there, William. Give him space. Go 3.
Sipley is driving over. Has he got it down? He has. Pat Sipley gets the try and gives the residents the lead.
Second carry in this set of 6 after the penalty. Took the first carry as well, which was an eternally slow play the ball. And then as soon as he played the ball, he got to his feet, went backwards 5 metres before charging on to the next play the ball, and comes up with a try. Too big, too strong, too much way on as well. And there it is. Straight over top. Couldn't get underneath, Pat. Had a kicking licence, we gave him a passing licence, now he's got a try scoring one as well.
No, I was going to say, he doesn't have a kicking licence, he's got a restricted passing licence. He does have a Class A hit-up licence, which is exactly what he did there, and he went over for his first try. He's a big, big man. If he gets close to the line like that, he's very, very hard to stop.
Here's Patrick Sipley. New South Wales Cup player, a bit of a star when he was a junior warrior, wasn't he? As his brother was. Tour for 4, who's been playing for Manly in the NRL. Younger brother of this man, Pat. It's Pat Sipley, 29 now. Hey, he cracked a smile. Good to see Patrick Sipley enjoying his rugby league still. Now Ledger. We talked about goal kicking being important in this game. 4 goal kick attempts have succeeded so far in this context.
Very economical style here for Francis Ledger. Never tries to kick the ball too hard. It's all about timing. If you look at this action, taking a little bit more time than usual with this one, concentrating a little bit more, and that's the reason why. Looking down the flight of the line and seeing the trajectory, doing everything right.
I'd like to see a little less swinging of the arms, DJ. I know it probably helps him with his technique, but there's a little bit too much swinging of the arms for me.
Really? You don't like flamboyant goal kickers?
We'll just turn the music down, no problem.
It's 18-12. The Māori team did leave 12-6. Short kick off again from Beatty. Might have been knocked forward into another player there, but referee's happy. Makaile.
Surrender! Stand, Daniel! Hold! Hold! Go one.
Pere into dummy half. Tuiamalo Vainga.
Stand, James! James! Give him space. Hold! Go two.
Carlo far. Oh, what a beautiful pass. That's Kuia straight through the middle. He's got no one with him. Kuia. Oh, great pass from Jacob Paulo. Found his teammate perfectly. Pere keeps it on the short side. Sam Nutti. Here's the kick through. It's well lost by Waterson. Waka hasn't controlled it. And I think that might be a try. No.
20. Oh. Thanks.
Well, this could have been super, super dangerous for the Maori side. I was just about to mention they've had some points scored against them straight after half-time. And to get a double blow, well, it could be catastrophic. They dodge one there. Did they what? Just about gifting the New Zealand residents the opportunity for 6 points.
Tuiamalo Vainga. Thought he might have got there. And here is Vasavalangi. Jethro Friend looking for urgency from his team. Now McGee, Sorensen.
The wingers coming in to do some work. It's exactly what they should do. Contribute to the speed of the run.
Friend. There's a good little burst from him. Brandon Lee charging onto it fearlessly. Pifarangi. Cole Waka out of full-back and now into this back rower. Royden Gillett, experienced centres player as well. Waka at dummy half. Pifarangi Nabiti. In the middle of the field. It's all a bit laboured though. The pass in Vasuvailangi has it. So it's the last play now for Māori residents team. Pifarangi. Here's the kick through, and Tuiamalo Vainga comfortably deals with that one, and this set's going to start 10 metres outside his own line.
Not a great kick from up here, Pifarangi. One wasn't high enough for anyone to be contesting on the outside of it, and basically kicked it straight to the winger. However, he is having a good game. Basically the main destroyer, main playmaker in the team, especially doesn't have too many options out the back when Bo Courts went off as well.
Go three.
Samson back out there now for the Māori residents team, wearing 8, making another tackle there.
Hold. Go four.
Dawson remains out on the field for the New Zealand residents. Try scorer in the first half.
Hey, last on 10. Give him up. Hold. Go nothing late.
Let's play now. It's Diaho. Ooh, he shaped a kick, but he nicely moved it on. Pito chasing through here. Waka just surrenders in the tackle, and that will be a penalty against Ledger.
It's just about to praise the efforts of Francis Ledger here. So it'll flare up a little bit. Let's hope this doesn't get out of control. Let's hope it just stays at push and shove.
Walk away, boys.
Looks like it will.
Watching this.
Pito was incensed, but I think Ledger made a mistake, and he quickly got to his feet to acknowledge it. Let's go back to the no try from Tuiamalo Vainga first, Darryl.
They take it to the outside. The kick goes through, and here we go. That's the first knock on. Now, Cole Walker's all over this. He doesn't even need to shuffle it dead. Can just put some pressure on it in the end goal. And for some reason, they've ruled that it was a knock on. So the TMO has been under scrutiny already today. And here, this is Francis Ledger. He got the ball on the outside and got it to his foot really, really quickly. And he put a nice little kick in. And as he comes from for a second effort to contest, there's no need for it.
Very unnecessary contact, and it's dangerous. Okay? No more penalty here.
And everyone just got tangled up, didn't they? It's like a game of Twister. I think referee Parker's done a good job there to handle that situation. Beatty with the penalty.
Red line. Hold! Go!
Strong carry. Good use of the shoulder. Good twist in the tackle.
Sampson.
Here's Sam.
Kiarawa.
Patrick. Go two.
Rotorua. Now comes Bell, hit hard by Sipley. He's tough, James Bell. He's not the biggest back rower. He can handle himself, though. Jethro Friend Pewharangi, Rielu Buchanan. They're hard this time.
Hold, Keanu, hold. Go 4.
Friend.
Play on.
Still looking for a little bit of polish
Last one,
in the set.
Here, Johns. Keep coming, mate.
First 3 or 4 tackles
Not
were
there,
good.
Diddy.
Now they look to build momentum again. Now BT, there could be an opportunity. The centre rushing up his ledger. Almost taken by Fa'apito. I think that might have been a try-saving act from the winger.
Was it what? I was hoping Beattie would get himself involved in this play. He needed to step up. He'd been doing a lot of the work, and they positioned him on the outside. Then the defence just rushed too far out of the line. He got a beautiful ball in between. Just the timing of that pass on the outside to Sorensen would have seen him away as Big Pat Sipley is in the wars.
Done something to his shoulder there. The New Zealand residents still have plenty of players on the bench there. Chase Bernard, Alex Todd, their starting middle forwards are still there. Same with Michael Key. They're all warming up at the moment to finish the game. Sipley, he's been a dominant figure though on this right edge, hasn't he?
Yes, he's been outstanding. The ball to the foot. Players put that down in credit for a kicking goal for Pat here and there, copping some heavy work in traffic, still charging on. 2 tackles later, or 2 sets of 6 later, he has 2 carries in the same set of 6 and propels himself over the line. So if you said he'd been in everything, it'd be an understatement.
Well, Sipley's okay, but now one of the players for the Maori has gone down. It's Masubulangi, Napuhi, Hokianga.
I get the feeling that Paddy Sipley might think that his chance at, say, NRL or higher levels is sort of passed him by, but you know, he's only 29. You know, most props don't really mature until they're 30. He's a big man. He's a quality front rower. I know he's playing back row out here, but that just means he can play lots of minutes. So I hope that you know, in future years to come, he might find himself in a good quality team somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It's all natural talent. All these boys have got natural talent. Stone done. Jethro Tubb.
Hold. Go 3.
Now it is Petty. And comes to Itama. Good carry.
Move, Connie. Get square.
Residents rolling forward nicely in this set. Petty remaining out there. Kuia. Nothing flash from the residents. Apart from that one, here's Paulo.
Last circle. Left side, Jeffro.
It's Nutty. Now to Sipley with that kicking game again. And Kolwaka.
Surrender.
5 metres out.
Here, Sam, hold. Go.
Big set, or big 5 minutes here for the New Zealand Maori side. Just 6 points down. 25 minutes to go. Need to be the next to score. Need to position themselves well in this, at the end of the set of 6, somewhere around halfway. Pretty bunched at the moment. All within about 30 or 40 metres. Here comes a run. One quick play, the ball will change that. Good impact in the tackle. Good twist the bend.
Sorensen, McGee. Friend. Out to Beattie. Tries to create space by running across the field this time. This is Bunce. Jordan Bunce.
Play the ball.
Slow play the ball, and Beattie on the last play. Chasing his own kick here. Makairi Beattie, and it's nicely gathered by Stone Dunn. We've seen him do this earlier. Great tackle. What a cracking tackle there from Bunce. Absolutely nailed him. Now Fa'apito away. Paulo, who's been very good off the interchange. Comes forward again, and Bernard into dummy half. Dawson. Looking to pound the Maori team with these big middle running forwards. Stone Dunn, great pass. Well, potential is a great pass to Imala if I get the green to keep it in the field of play, actually.
Did he what? Twinkle toes. I thought he was out.
Last play. Ngati with the kick. It's a big cross fielder. Decent too. Beautifully taken. Ledger. Oh, that is Fa'apito. Into score. Fantastic from Francis Ledger.
I think it was Tuitama, wasn't it? Over the back. Let's have a look. They were just hanging on, the New Zealand Maori. How they kept the ball infield, I don't quite know. The last pass. Here it is, Stone Dunn. He's having a day out. Steps to the right, hunts through the middle. Sorensen with the tackle, I think it was. And then look at this kick. And then more importantly, the catch and the delivery of the pass over the back of the head. I know where you are, bro. You're over there. And sure thing. Tuitama.
It was Tuitama. That brilliant. How good is that?
The AFL Grand Final was in Brisbane this year, wasn't it? The Gabba. Send them there. Great skill.
Throw and hope. That's usually that's when it's scored. And this time it pays off. Yeah, I suppose if one of the Maori boys were there, they were away down that side as well. But that's great work from Meri Tuitama. He's a quality back rower. Knows how to work well with his outsides. And he plays alongside Francis Ledger, club football, and also the domestic competition, the Premiership as well. So great work from that left side for the residents.
22-12.
I'd like to see you get a little bit of that dye in the front of your hair too, DJ. If
Yeah.
Go full Francis Ledger with your haircut.
Yeah, some people have put some of that stuff on my head at times too.
I don't think we need to know any more details.
No.
So 22 to play in the residents. They were down 12-6, Daryl. And they've scored 16, maybe 18 unanswered points. No, just 16. So 22-12. Ledger with his first miss of the afternoon. Fa'apito with 2 tries now. 22-12.
When you said throw and hope, Wairangi, this is the skill in keeping the ball in play. Now, he did do exceptionally well. Playing up. And then the throw and hope. Well, I think the hope, once you get the ball on its way, is you hope that the winger does, in fact, catch it. So, clever work for Fa'apito.
He's going with a short kick off again. And he's gone backwards. Referee happy for play to continue. Kylie has it. Tuiamalo Vainga. Māori looking for defensive intensity right now.
Really shared the workload well, the outside backs of the New Zealand residents. Stones had 13 hit-ups. Viegas had 10. Mikaeli nearly 10. Fa'apito's had 10.
Brilliant. Tuitama and Ledger, but it's gone forward. Not much in it.
They really needed this, the Maori side. They've been under the pump in the last 10 minutes with 20 to go. Only 10 points behind. They have to start picking the intensity up, picking the enthusiasm up a little bit here and try and catch the residents slipping a little bit.
Yeah, they've now made 50 more tackles than the New Zealand residents. Have made 200 tackles as against 150 for the residents.
Whairangi just hasn't been able to get going in the second half. Kawaka. Gillett at dummy half. Whairangi, and again Ruiaru Buchanan. Not much you can do. Afu. They've just blown 2 tackles there, haven't they, the Māori? They come again, the Māori. Third dummy half, Sampson just to get to his feet quickly to play it. Gomez Sampson, now Bell. Hitting the line nice and hard there. It's Shamkul who's back on.
Yeah, they've got to play off this.
Afu skips to the right. Plenty of black jerseys there. Bunts! Oh no, Faupito! He'll get there.
Shut the gate. Never in doubt. Made a play at it. 1, 2, 3. Duck shooting season as well, he reckons. Too much speed. Never really a contest. They were shaping. James Bell put Shunkel right through the middle here with a really good ball. But the tackle just held the play down and they couldn't play on the left, so they shifted it back to the right. And then one pass too many, the skip, and to the outside. Little tip, up he goes, full of confidence after scoring 2. And then extending the gap. Heads over, waves to, there wasn't anyone in the crowd, but waved to some chairs. Puts it down.
Once it was with the pass, Wairangi, and could easily been a score at the other end, but Faupito, once he got some clear pasture, thanks for coming.
Beg your pardon, there was a few there.
He had a few whānau up there on the in that western stand. Yeah, clever Faupito, obviously. He knows his position well. You're right, could have been a try to the Maori side, but Faupito tried his hand, came up with it. What was that, 95 metres?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
This guy scores tries. 8 tries in 4 games for Akarana in the last month. Now 3 today. It's a strike rate.
23 tries, is that right? So 17 over 24 divided by, about 42 tries.
That's why you win a half, eh?
And the man about to convert the goal, Francis Ledger, I would imagine would be responsible for half of the assists, generally for the tries that Faupito scores. They both play on that left edge.
It's waved away, so 26 points to 12. The score remains with 17 to play.
The tip again, and then you chase in vain for the first 20 or 30 metres. You realise you're not going to get there by halfway, and then you just shield the player out to the touchline, hoping the goal kicker misses the attempt.
Oh, it's gone 10 now, but it's been picked up by Sipley. That's nice judgment.
Perfect judgment from everyone involved. If you touch that early on attack or defence, the opposition penalty.
Off legs, cover, get square, hold.
Kuia to play it. Bernard, now Dawson. Good run.
He's pretty much stayed in the middle, hasn't he, Dawson, today? Just charged.
Interesting to see Bernard play dummy half. There he is here. He's usually a front rower. Slotting in, he's showing his versatility and offloading beautifully there was Chase Bernard. Now Stone done.
Stand right. Here, boys. Go 4.
Dawson again.
Last one, 10. Daniel, make the line, mate.
Oh, the residents really rolling forward nicely now. Tiaho, Tuitama, Ledger. And Faupito can't handle that one. And it will be lost. So it's going to be Māori possession.
That would have been a miracle if they got him up with that try. That was about half a metre they had to work with. Francis Ledger still trying to pop the offload to his winger. Couldn't come up with anything there.
The residents' attack has pretty much mirrored the first half, hasn't it? In the first 15 minutes of the first half, they were just play to the middle and then attack the left edge on plays 4 and 5. And they've done exactly the same in the second spell.
Well, they've scored 20 points in a row, have the residents. Sorensen McGee.
Stand now, fellas. Hold.
Who waits at dummy half. And that is
Off legs, Jordan.
good tackle. Shamkul went nowhere that time. James Bell.
Last one, Chase. Don't play on him. Go. Nothing late.
Outside the 40, but he's found space behind Stone Dunn. It's a good kick right down to the corner. Done bouncing out of another tackle. Swallowed up by Royden Gillett.
Let's see what sort of energy the New Zealand residents have got. A big long kick like that after attacking the last 4 or 5 sets and scoring 2 tries. We'll see what they've got in the dirty end and how they get it out of there.
It's to Amalo Vainga. Fa'apito with the next carry. Fa'apito, good run from him again. Nice roll on here as Bernard helps himself to 15 metres and offloads superbly. Now there's space on this dangerous left edge again. Tuitama, Ledger. The intention was right, the execution not.
Wasted an opportunity here. The best play in all of that, outside of the offload to release the players on the outside, was just a quick little pass from Te Aho. Here it is, they punch up, back through the middle. Bernard gets a beautiful offload, propping partner Key. And then the quick pass you saw from Te Aho to Tuitama, and Tuitama takes it to the line and can't quite find the player he's looking for.
13, 12 minutes to go once the scrum sets.
So, fellas, we're all here.
The residents dominating possession in the second half.
Time off. HIA.
Samson coming off for an HIA.
Gotta wait till he goes off and someone else comes on.
So that's going to bring, looks like Richard Holani into the game. We haven't seen him in the contest. The County's front rower.
Possession evenly shared in this match, 50-50. Time in opposition's half, heavily favouring the residents at 60-40. And errors, well, the residents have made more errors than the Maori, 11 errors to 8.
Heads down, fellas.
Just Brandon Lee is the player who's out of the game for now.
Come on, ball it. Out!
Buchanan. Through the tackle there of Michael Key.
Chase here.
Shamkul.
Talk about minutes for Pat Sipley there, Wairangi. It's good to see him playing big minutes here in a match, test match like this. That'll only further his cause to get noticed.
Waka off the offload from James Bell. But that's what the Māori need now. They need to take a few more risks if they want to come back into this contest. Rielu Buchanan again. Second carry of the set for him. Māori rolling nicely downfield at the moment. They need points. Gillett squeezes between 2 defenders, almost through.
Keep coming. Down you're short.
Afu to Pewhairangi, now Beatty. Nicely onto it as Bunce. And he dies with the ball in the tackle.
Good defence from the New Zealand residents. Up at Pewhairangi, attack to the left, and he got himself in a position to shift. Shifts it to Beatty, 2 pass wide. They went to the right as well. The New Zealand residents. Oh! 2 in the tackle here.
Richard Holani is not going to keep the ball on that occasion.
I mentioned the possession was 50-50 in this match, so they're telling Blow you might wonder what it is when it's 26 points to 12. The Māori have missed twice as many tackles as the Kiwi residents have. And the Kiwi residents have had 10 tackle busts and line breaks to 3 for the Māori.
Alex Todd back out there now to finish the game. Bernard continues his role at dummy half. And Dawson.
Release Richard! Don't play it on him, go through. Marcus got there, they got there.
There's Bernard again. Oh, he's had that as a... where's the steal there? We're all a bit mystified. That looked like a fairly legal play there
I think there was still a hand, or a second hand, or a second player of of the Maori still holding on to Bernard. Let's have a look. Up they go. There's 2 of them involved in the tackle there. And no, you're one-on-one strip. That's legit. The only thing that can stop that is if the ref has scored held.
Man, I think the referee might need a HOA.
You'll keep Wairangi.
I don't let anybody get away with anything, Glenn.
Thank you, mate. I've noticed that. Now Ledger's going to almost go close to scoring. 9 minutes to go. Tuitama at dummy half. Tiaho very deep off that pass. Alex Todd. Remember, the residents still have plenty of tackles up their sleeve. Bernard. Dawson. He's going to call it a knock on. As Michael Key went over the line.
A little bit of fatigue creeping in here. Ball propelling itself forward off the hands of the New Zealand residents player and unable to regain it, to regain control before touching another player. So here's some football for the Maori. Deep in their own end. 10 from their goal line.
They just haven't been able to get going in the second half, have they? No tries, no points. Waka, that's a good run.
Surrender! Don't drag him! Hold! Go, 1.
Te Whārangi. There's Rielu Buchanan again. Towards the halfway, so they've made good meters on the first 2 tackles. Te Whārangi to James Bell. BT. Kaire BT. Now Afu up the middle. That's better.
Move! Yeah, hold! Hold! Don't hold on to him. Go, 3.
Shamkula dummy half. Bell looks for space behind the ruck. There is space there. Goes quickly as Chase Bernard made the tackle. BT, 20 out. Here's a hard charge at the line. Very good run from Samson, who's had the ball ripped out, and it has been done illegally. So it's going to be a penalty.
Haven't seen the ball reefed out of a player's hands for about 65 minutes. We've seen 4 or 5 in the last 7 minutes.
Marty needs to score here as Halani start the set. 14 points behind. They need to score and quickly convert the try to have any chance of coming back into this contest as Bell. Te Whārangi. This is looking a bit better as Waka. As Paul hauled it out to James Waterson. And the try is going to be scored. That keeps hopes of victory alive.
Yeah, this is beautiful execution. When you hear the names that executed the passes, you'll understand why. It's all in the spine of the team. Shifts the ball from the right side of the football field. That's Big Pat Sipley getting some attention, maybe cramping up. But it started with Beatty. Then he passes the ball to, of course, Apipi Whārangi, who've been right in the mix of it. It was the total halves. And then on its way, able to convert the points.
Tries unconverted, 26-16 with 6 to play.
Have a look at the shape here as it comes out the back. That's Beatty, out the back to P. Wairangi. On it goes. Lovely pass. I think it might have been James Bell, the first receiver, throwing that first pass as well. That's P. Wairangi. Lovely ball from Cole Walker. Showing they're not done yet. 5 to go.
He'd had to scramble a little bit on that right side because Paddy Sipley had gone down in the back play. It looked like he'd torn an ACL or something, and he's just come off the field. He walked past me and he said he had a bit of cramp in his calf. So that's why they were a little bit short on that right side defence residents.
So Waterson getting his second try.
37 tackles for Pat Sipley. 10 carries with the football.
He's had a good game, hasn't he? So the residents, as you've suspected, no hurry to restart play.
So Pat Sipley has made twice as many tackles as any other player on his team.
BT. Polani. This is Sampson again. Good run. On the Sampson. Swanson McGee. Good hands from BT. Got nothing to lose now, the Māori. Waka in from fullback again. Elusive run from Cole Waka. BT up the middle. Bounces out of Tuitama's tackle. Here comes again, does Matty Tuitama.
Let him on, Matty! Three markers, not there,
Afu. James Bell, lovely. Shamkle. The big front rower going for the try line. Stone done with the tackle. Pewhairangi. Surely they'll score, they have. It's a hat-trick for Waterson. Brilliant try for the Māori.
Oh, fantastic work deep in their own end. And Shamkle from halfway. I was waiting for a goose step or something, but he takes a tackle. Now you want to take your time a little bit with this kick at goal, because there is time left, and like 2 points here means just a try, and then the conversion will win you the game, as against, oh, don't worry, you do it how you want, pal, no problem. Don't think about it too much.
What a goal there from Afu. 26-22.
DJ, what do you know about kicking?
Lovely work here from Shamkle. And guess who threw the ball? James Bell. Here, is there a goose step? No. But the good thing is the low tackle propels himself to his feet and then just fights to play the ball. Little shift out. Of course, there's numbers there. And no need to run around closer. Did we say we got a ball game here? What about this? These are memories. This is what you want. Yes. Lovely work.
(22 to 26), so 4 points. No golden point in this game, by the way, Daryl. So if the Māori score a try, it'll come down to Afu's conversion. Whoops, Solani mixed up there with Betty. So 2 minutes. Waka. Afu. Shamkle again. Good carry. Up to the 30. 4 tackles left. Afu. We're not going to chance their arm. James Bell. Might be now. Shamkle. Gets out of the tackle of Michael Key.
Here, boys, here. Hold.
And they'll get one more chance after this set. Daryl. It's pretty 50-50. Beautiful passing. Bunts is through. There's a player on the inside. BT. Oh, yes!
I reckon they'll get a chance.
How good was that try? What a finish to this contest.
Oh, my goodness. After all the work had been done on the left-hand side with passes from Bell and Pewhairangi and BT, they go to the right. There's a man called Bunce standing out there, just praying to get some football. And when he got it, wow, he put himself in some space, composed himself. We'll get the pictures in a mo. And here, look at this, Beattie to the outside, a nice little ball from Waka onto Bunce, shows some pace, and now, is this pass easy? Of course it is. Have a look at the dive. He dives from 10 out, straight over. Beautiful.
You're not taking any chance to take the kick.
I think he died from the Waikato River. Oh, BT, it was fantastic play on that right side. You're right. They were threatening on the left side that whole time, and the first time that they went to the right, some real threat. They stuck Francis Ledger in. It was a great run, Makai BT, well deserved.
Well, the clock has stopped. 23 seconds left.
Sorry?
Share a few thoughts here as this goal is kicked for big Pat Sipley. As soon as Pat Sipley has departed the field, the residents have had 3 tries scored against them. And there's nothing he can do about it.
Well, Afu gives the Maori the lead with 20 seconds to go. The clock has restarted. They've got to get to their restart it.
In fact, Pat Sipley's coming back on. He's got an interchange card. He won't get back on.
That's it. The residents run out of time. The Māori residents with 3 tries in like the last 5 minutes get a fantastic win. That is how to do it. 28-26.
This is the big spectacle of rugby league. This is what sells it to the world. We come to see how good these great players play.
That's an Origin try.
Absolutely brilliant.
What a superstar.
Brilliant.
Wow. That's one of the great Origin games, Rabs.
The State of Origin, Game 2. Wednesday live, Sky Sport 4. Coverage brought to you by Bunnings Warehouse. They're the guys and gals who turn big structures into piles of dust. No matter what, no matter where, suburbs, cities, or even on water.
No, I can't see any of it now.
Oh! Battling time and the weather to get the job done.
It's like a needle in a haystack. Let's go smash his house down, eh?
Demolition Down Under, Thursdays 8:30 on Discovery. As the mercury in the north begins to fall, the heat on the pitch is set to rise. The Six Nations add some flair from Fiji and power from Georgia in an all-new rugby competition.
Oh, that is outrageous!
The Autumn Nations Cup starts Saturday. Live, Sky Sport 1.
Look at this match-winning try again, Darryl.
You've got some space and you've got a little bit of time. Why not head to the right side? Away they go. Show and the go. There's the killer. And the ability to punch through the line. And Beattie, yeah. Swan dive, you betcha.
Bunce hasn't had many opportunities in the game, but he did everything perfectly there. And Beattie, brilliant stuff. Well, 3 tries in the end to James Waterson for the Māori. Also tries to Shalko. And Beattie with the match winner. Whaapito, remember, got a hat-trick of tries for the residents. Dawson and Sipley also scored.
I mean, that's a blistering finish from this Maori side. They get beaten in the stats in most departments here in this match. They'll win the match.
All right, let's go down to the residents. We'll hear from the residents MVP with Courtney.
Well, Matthew Stone done, not the result you wanted. How did that finish feel out on the field?
Yeah, it was pretty tough to handle. I guess it just shows it's an 80-minute game. Boys full effort to the Māoris. They came out, played 80 minutes.
And how does it feel to represent the New Zealand residents and wear this jersey?
Yeah, such an honour. You know, all the players here, so talented, and just a good bunch of boys to play around.
More than 15 hit-ups yourself. You've been named the residents' MVP, so congratulations. How does it feel to be named MVP?
Oh yeah, it's really humbling. Yeah, really, really proud.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Tough day there for Stone Dunn, but he's played very well. No question about it. All right, let's get some reaction from the winning team now. Let's go back to Courtney.
Well, Royden, Gillette, congratulations. How does that feel?
Oh, it's amazing, especially on our kind of home ground here. It's beautiful. It's awesome. Can't explain how good it feels.
What was going through your mind when Makaire was going for that try?
Oh, when Bunsey gave that ball, it was just hold it, don't drop it. So as that tight clock rang down, yeah, it was too good of a feeling.
And can you explain what it means to wear this jersey, represent the Māori resident people?
Oh, it's huge. For me, it's probably the benchmark in my career. It's a milestone, and I love it. It's something that I'll remember through my whole career. To wear it along with the previous players as well, it's beautiful.
And I have to say congratulations, because you have been named the New Zealand Māori residents MVP. How does that feel?
Oh, it's amazing. I just love to give full credit to the boys. It wasn't just me out there wearing the jersey, it was all of them. And happy first birthday to my nephew, Seiji. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations and happy birthday to you, nephew.
Thank you.
There we are, Royden Gillett, the MVP for the Māori team. What a win for them with those tries to close out the game. We won't forget that in a hurry. Well, congratulations to both the winning teams today. The Māori residents winning 28-26, and of course earlier today we saw the clubs under 18s beat the schools under 18s 34-22. On behalf of the entire Sky Sport League team, have a good evening and thanks for watching.